Hello, y'all. My name is Evan, and basically, I'm pretty good at geography. I like to think. So, today, I'm going to be trying to do this quiz I actually made myself, titled The Top 100 U.S. City Skylines by Metro Population. So, it'll start with the biggest city in the U.S. by all the suburbs and the city, and then work its way down. Now, I think this is going to be extremely difficult because I made this quiz a long time ago. It's also one of my most played quizzes. So, I've always wanted to play it, but I made this a long, long time ago. We're talking like years. So, the list might also even change. Um, yeah, we're just going to try. I have 25 minutes to name 100 cities. That's like crazy, but we'll try. I think I can get 90 of them. I think I can get majority of them. I don't think I'm gonna get all of them. The first 20 are pretty easy. They're just like the big cities of the US, and they're very recognizable cities. Like that's Houston. That was very recognizable. Come on, that's totally not Philadelphia. Atlanta. It's when we get to the smaller cities, like when we get to 60 to 80, 80 to 100, those can become very hard because the cities are much like, for example, I do not know what city that is. It's got to be like some very sprawling city. Like, I don't know. We're gonna skip it because that was hard. But this city is beautiful, whatever city that is, because that is beautiful. It's San Francisco. Seattle. Minneapolis cheating though, because you gotta include St. Paul, maybe. Pittsburgh, Austin, Sacramento, So we didn't see that earlier. It mentioned Cleveland, Columbus, and Cincinnati, and they're all in the same state. So Ohio is a cool thing where three of their biggest cities, Cleveland, Cincinnati, and Columbus, are all kind of similar in metro population and size, and they're all in the same state. There's also other cities there, like Dayton, Ohio, Akron, Ohio, Toledo, Ohio, Canton, Ohio, Youngstown, Ohio. Ohio's a fairly dense state, pretty populated. The same cannot be said about Wisconsin though. This is in the Research Triangle. There's a Muhammad Ali Museum there. I know. This is Memphis, Richmond. Good old Salt Lake City, home of the Mormon Church, I believe, of the Church of Latter-day Saints. That's Fresno, only because I recognize that building. The rest of the skyline is jokes. Grand Rapids, Michigan might be one of the most unknown big cities in the US, genuinely. I feel like most people have never heard of it. They only think of Detroit and Lansing, even though Grand Rapids is bigger than Lansing. Tulsa skyline hasn't changed in 40 years. This is Bridgeport, Connecticut. This is Knoxville, Tennessee. Albuquerque, maybe? Yeah. Bakersfield. It just has that dull look to it. Sorry. If you're from Bakersfield, I apologize. Sarasota. See, now we're starting to get, like, I only know that because that Chase building is an iconic building, but some of these are, ooh, that looks like Pennsylvania. Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, Lancaster, Westchester, Easton. Alright, we're gonna skip this one. I don't know what it is. This is Worcester. It's spelled like Worcester, but it's actually Worcester for some reason. Columbia, South Carolina, not Columbia, whatever other people was thinking. This is Ventura, home of Patagonia. Charleston. I can tell by the bridge. That bridge is iconic. Daytona Beach? No. Melbourne? No. Fort Myers? Yes. That's north of Tampa, if I'm correct. Or south. Nathan. Fun fact about Boise, Idaho, actually. In the 1870s, Idaho, their population was 1/3 Chinese. There was like 30-something% of the people there were actually Chinese immigrants. That was before the Chinese Exclusion Act, which then kicked them all out. But it's kind of cool. That's Lakeland, Texas. I actually don't know how I pulled that. I just knew it off the top of my head. Greensboro. Greensboro and Winston-Salem. I always get them mixed up. Little Rock has like some tall buildings for being such a small city. I do not know what this is. That building looks like a Mormon church, though, for some reason. It's giving Provo, because BYU. This is giving Daytona Beach. This is Newburgh. Economy of LeBron James. See, this and Greensboro always get mixed up for some reason, because they're both in the same state, and they're both, like, similar in size of, like, their skyline and population. Home to Syracuse University. Like, see, now we're getting to, like, all these, like, really random and obscure. Okay, I saw the mountains, and I was thinking Colorado or Utah, but we've already named, like, the big cities. So I was thinking, okay, then we'll go Denver. I mean, we'll go Denver area, because Ogden is by Denver. That Melbourne was a good pool. Augusta, Jackson, Mississippi. This is Harrisburg, the capital of Pennsylvania. This is Durham, home to Duke University. Toledo actually has like a huge skyline for how small of a city it is. Like, I do not know what this is. This looks like any small town in the U.S., I'm not going to lie. I don't know how this made it on here. It's probably a collection of like this city, that city in the back, that city over there, etc. This is Chattanooga. If anyone's wondering how I got that, it was that building right there. This is Connecticut, home to Yale University, I think. Okay, what am I missing? This building looks It's Allentown, Pennsylvania. I don't know how I forgot that. Fayetteville, that makes sense because Walmart. Arkansas has a lot of Pacific Islanders for that reason because of Walmart, I believe, and Tyson's Food. I'm gonna say Merced, Glendale, so, Reading. I don't know how to spell Reading. Is it like that? Fresno. Riverside. Riverside, okay. Solid. I think I did pretty good. That was me naming the 100 biggest cities in the U.S. based off skyline. I'm going to try and do 200, actually. I want to see if I can do that. I feel like that would be very hard, but we'll give it a try.